It seems like there's so much anime but not enough time to watch it. Some of the most incredible animes have hundreds of episodes. Even if an anime story is compelling, the average binging audience might not have enough free time to dedicate to an anime with so many episodes. For all the busy bees out there looking for a short but sweet anime, there are plenty to choose from. Not every anime has a mountain of episodes. Some anime have a short run that either hits just right or has the viewers begging for more once the end credit rolls in. So for those people, today we are listing the top 25 short anime series to watch, which usually ranges between 12 to 24 episodes. So without any further ado, let's start with our video.
清下のあとは頼んだでござる。ガクトごめん。
On the 25th number, the anime name is Prison School. There was a time when the Hachimitsu Private Academy was a revered and all-elite girls' boarding school on the outskirts of Tokyo, but a recent policy revision is allowing boys into the students' body. On his first day, Kiyoshi Fujino discovers that he is one of the only 5 boys enrolled at the school. Completely overwhelmed by the thousands of girls on the campus, the few boys finds that their situation is less than ideal. It's a very funny and light-hearted anime about 5 teenagers getting put in an all-girls school and then winding up in a campus prison trying to escape. It is at times a little raunchy but still funny. Also deals with a lot of secondary issues and role reversals. Overall, it's a short but funny anime to watch and definitely worth watching. On the 24th number, the anime name is Charlotte. Charlotte takes place in an alternate reality where a short period comet called as Charlotte passes near Earth once every 75 years. As this happens, it spreads dust onto the Earth, which causes the small percentage of pre-adolescent children who inhale the dust to manifest superhuman abilities upon reaching puberty. In Japan, the story follows the protagonist Yu Otosaka, a boy who awakens the ability to temporarily possess another person's body for 5 or more seconds, hoping to use his abilities to fraudulently live a carefree high school life. Charlotte was good and again has a pretty unique concept with children having powers that disappears as they get older. It has some kind of crazy plot twist that I liked a lot about this anime, so definitely worth watching. On the 23rd number, the anime name is Darwin's Game. 17-year-old high school boy Kaname Sudo accepts an online invitation by a friend to play an app game called as Darwin's Game, unbeknownst to him that it involves a fight between life and death. Those who play the game are given a sigil, an ability that varies from player to player. Trapped in this game of relentless murder and conquest, Kaname determines to clear the game and seek out and kill the game master. Overall, Darwin's Game has a solid base for a great anime. With many death game series out there, the unique sigil system really made the show stand out. The cast of equally unique characters also made an interesting watch. On the next number, the anime name is Death Parade. Whenever someone dies, they are sent to one of the many mysterious bars run by bartenders serving as arbiters inside a tower in the afterlife. There, they must compete in death games with their souls on the line, the result of which reveals what secrets led them to their situation and what their fate will be afterwards, with the arbiters judging if their soul will be either sent for reincarnation or banished into the void. The series follows Dekim, a lone bartender of the bar where people who died at the same time are sent to, known as Queen Dekim Bar. Overall, an amazing show, truly gripping, and each character portrays greatest life challenges and lessons. Even though the guests are only there for 1 or 2 episodes, they still manages to capture all our gaze on them. You connect to all of these characters in just 1 or 2 episodes. On the next number, the anime name is Elfen Lied. Elfen Lied takes place in Kamakura and Kanagawa and focuses on the Diclonius, a newly mutated species. Their appearance is similar to humans but with several differences, namely horn-like protrusions on the forehead and the presence of telekinetic invisible arms called as vectors. One such Diclonius, Lucy, is the main character of the series. Initially held in the facility built for experimentation located off coast of the Kamakura, she manages to escape and wreak havoc, but somehow is injured in the process, an event which causes her to develop a secondary childlike personality known as New. Lucy is found by two locals, Kota, who studies at the local university, and his cousin Yuka. They take her in and becomes involved in numerous, often brutal attempts to recapture her by the Special Assault Team and the number of other Diclonians, who shifts frequently from oblivious to murderous. On the next number, the anime's name is Plastic Nissan. Hiroe Genma is a third-year high school student often referred to as elder sister despite her short height. This troublemaking teenager is the president of her school's model club, which is dedicated to building plastic models of various objects and structures, such as cars, boats, and even robots. Joined by her two underclassmates, the violent Hazuki Okamoto and the rational Makina Sakamaki. This small group aims to carry out their club duties but are often sidetracked by the myriads of distraction, to battles between club members to lessons on how to confess to your crush. These three schoolgirls get caught up in all sorts of wacky and downright outrageous situations. It's a damn shame that it is only for 30 minutes. I would easily take an entire season of this. Of course, it's a comedy, so the type of comedy isn't for everyone, but even so, try it. The worst that could happen is that you waste your 30 minutes of your life.
短いスカート履いてきっと定期的にパンチラしてこんな子の彼氏だったらこりゃほんまポッキモンやでもうこっち
On the 19th number, the anime's name is Watamote. After living 50 simulated high school lives and dating over 100 virtual boys, Tomoko Kuroki believes that she is ready to conquer her first year of high school. Little does she know that she is much less prepared than she would like to think. In reality, Tomoko is an introverted and awkward young girl, and she herself is the only one who doesn't realize it. With the help of her best friend Yu Naruse and the support and love of her brother Tomoki, Tomoko attempts to brave the new world of high school life. This anime chronicles the life of a socially awkward and relatively friendless high school otaku as she attempts to overcome her personal barriers in order to live a fulfilling life.
優しくするからこの俺が完全に女の子扱いだなあこんな可愛い顔で言われても燃えるだけだよ
On the next number, the anime's name is Ishuzoku Reviewers. In a world where many different humanoid species exist and prostitution is legal, there exist various brothels for each kind of species with suku girls, who have scuba's blood running through them. As each species have different opinions on each scuba girl's works for them, various brothel visitors have become reviewers, rating their experiences with various suku girls and posting them in the local tavern. The series largely centers on the human named Stung, an elf named Zell, and an angel named as Crimwell. Directed by the mastermind behind Miru Tides, Ishuzoku reviewers seek to answer one of the most pressing questions there is: which species is the sexiest? On the 17th number, the anime name is House of Five Leaves. Set during Japan's Edo period, House of Five Leaves follows Masanosuke Akitsu, a wandering samurai and a skilled swordsman, whose timid personality often causes him to be let go by his employers. One day, he encounters Yaichi, the charismatic leader of a group of bandits calling themselves as the Five Leaves, and is offered a job as his bodyguard. Although he is worried about their intentions, Masanosuke is intrigued by the group and agrees to work with them. As he becomes further enwitted with the gang known as the Five Leaves, Masa struggles with his own principles. Still, his curiosity spurs him towards uncovering the past and motivations of these mysterious bands of outlaws.
何してんのよあんたちょっとアイト
ほら手触りもすごくいいよ
On the 16th number, the anime name is The Comic Artist and His Assistants. With beautiful assistant Sahoto Ashisu aside, mangaka and cherry boy Yuki Aito can hardly concentrate on his works, forcing his managing editor Mihari Otsuna to push him physically with meeting the deadline. With new busty but disty Rina Fuwa and skilled but money-loving Sena Kuroi joining the assistant pool, Yuki's life is more than like a harem than a manga studio. Although Aito has an extremely degenerated mind, he can also be very kind, generous and helpful person. The duality of his behavior confuses his assistants. Do they love the considerate side of him that he rarely displays, or do they hate him for the perverted thoughts that he has in his mind most of the time?
今までとは違う環境で俺はどんな出会いをするのだろう。
On the 15th number, the anime name is Grand Blue. Iori Kitahara looks forward to his new life on Izu Peninsula as he prepares to start his college life there, staying in a room above his uncle's diving shop Grand Blue. However, he is quickly shocked as he meets local diving club, a group full of buff men who spend more time drinking, partying and stripping naked than actually diving. Despite his attempts to distance himself from the group, Iori gets quickly swept into their antics, while his cousins tries to show him the wonders of diving into the ocean and sea. Grand Blue is one of the funniest anime I have ever seen in a while. In a full-on comedy anime, a plot is probably one of the least important aspects. To me, the comedy anime is all about the enjoyable characters and overall entertainment, and Grand Blue has all of those. On the 14th number, the anime name is Another. In 1972, Misaki, a popular student of Yomiyama North Middle School's class 3x3, suddenly died partway through the school's year. Devastated by the loss, the students and the teachers behaved like Misaki was still alive, leading to a strange presence on the graduation photo. In spring 1998, Koichi Sakakibara transfers into Yomiyama class 3-3, where he meets Mei Misaki, a quiet student who their classmates and teachers seemingly ignores. The class is soon caught up in a strange phenomenon in which students and their relatives begins to die in often gruesome ways. Realizing that these deaths are related to Misaki of 1972, a yearly calamity that has struck most every class 3x3 since 1972, Koichi and Mei seeks to figure out how to stop it before it kills any more of their classmates of them.
Then why don't we pick them up together?
On the 13th number, the anime name is Bakano. In the year 1711, a group of alchemists are granted the elixir of immortality, with the stipulation that they must kill each other until there can be only one left. The now immortal group unanimously decides that it wasn't worth it and destroys the elixir, but one of them, Slizar Quaid, starts to kill off his fellow immortals. To reduce the risk of Quaids tracking them all down, the group separates and goes to their separate ways. Neither of them crosses paths again till 1930, where in Manhattan, where Quaids manages to create a new elixir of immortality. However, he loses it and it ends up going around the town, taken to be bottle of alcohol and unknowingly drunk by many residents. The drinkers of this elixir includes Isaac and Media, an eccentric pair of thieves, the Gander brothers, a mafia family and their associates in the camera, and the Martillos, who employ some of the original immortals. Now not only are the groups of new immortals are created, but the simmering criminal underworld is about to explode. On the 12th number, the anime name is Ping Pong the Animation. Despite having drastically different personalities, high school boys Pekko and Smile have been friends since childhood. Now they are both talented members of the table tennis club of Katase High School. Pekko gets decisively defeated by a Chinese student and thus becomes so devastated that he quits practicing. Meanwhile, Smile's personality always prevents him from winning against Pekko. Coach Joe, however, discovers the smile's potential and tries to motivate him to overcome his psychological obstacles. As the two struggles to find a meaning in the sport, the plethora of the stronger players awaits them at the Inter-High tournament, where only the very best can pursue. But when these young athletes let their unbribed ambition go unchecked, the hardship they face paint a somber reality as they pursue their glory.
大丈夫か？
あんた変態にいじめられてくたくたなの。早く下ろして。
おいエミ、
何？
前はだけてるぞ。
On the next number, the anime name is The Devil is a Part-Timer. The demon lord Satan seeks to conquer the world of Ente-Isla by annexing its 4 continents with the help of his demon generals. After being confronted by the hero Emilia and her companions, and after they kill 2 of his generals, Satan and the remaining 1 general, whose name is Alciel, escapes the world of Ente-Isla through a gate to modern-day Tokyo. However, due to the lack of magic in the modern contemporary world, both Satan and Alciel changes its forms, representing what they would look like if they were humans. In order to survive and earn money, Satan takes a part-time job in a fast food restaurant named as McDonald, while Alicia serves him as his houseman. One day, Satan, who now goes by the name of Sadao Mao, meets a girl who is actually Emilia in the form of Emi Yusa. The story then unfolds and explores the personalities of each of the characters and their moral values. More characters shows up from Ente-Isla and they too face the new world dilemmas, often comically.
その仕掛けダメ。大問題になっちゃうよ。ここ教室なんだよ。お願い、思い直して。
On the 10th number, the anime name is Tonari no Seki-kun, the master of killing time. All Rumi Yokoi wants to do is focus during school, but she is constantly distracted by Toshinari Seki, her neighboring classmate. Paying attention during class is the least of Seki's worries, as he obsesses over intricate setups created using an assortment of items, from an elaborate domino course on his desk to a treacherous war played out with shogi pieces. Yokoi desperately attempts to focus in his class, only to be repeatedly sucked into his intriguing setups. However, they always seem to end up with her getting in trouble with their teacher. Fortunately, lessons will be never dull with Seki's antics around. Sitting at the very back of the classroom, the other students and teachers takes no notice of whatever dramatic occurrences is taking place. But when they do it, it usually takes form in some misunderstanding. Much to her chagrin, Seki-kun never gets caught, while Yokoi manages to get in trouble instead. The fact that the two takes each situation so seriously only amps up to the amusement.
私日焼けしたくない。
水着が見たかったお。
じゃあ部屋でなら。
この後めちゃくちゃセックスした。
On the 9th number, the anime name is I Can't Understand What My Husband Is Saying. The series centers around the daily life of Karo, a hard-working office lady, and her husband Hajime, who is an otaku, an obsessed fan of anime and manga culture, and also who works as a blogger. Using popular anime and otaku tropes and in-jokes, the character explores the conflicts and similarities between the daily life of an otaku culture in urban Japan. The witty dialogues accentuates the animation and sometimes slips into manzai-style humor. Whether due to their quirky personalities or the peculiar people surrounding them, Hajime and Karo finds themselves caught up in a variety of baffling and ridiculous antics. But despite the struggle they face, the love that ties them together spurs them to move forward and strive to become a better person in order to bring their partner happy. On the 8th number, the anime name is Senyu. 1000 years ago, the Demon King caused a great amount of troubles for the human realm, but was sealed by the legendary hero Kreasin. Now in the present, a large hole is appeared in the world, from which a large number of demons have emerged. The king has ordered the 75 probable descendants of the original hero to destroy the demons and save the world. Senyu anime follows the story of Alba, hero number 45, and his quest to save the world. Along the way, he is accompanied by royal soldier Ross, who is less than helpful and whose semi-antagonist antics provides humor. The plot contains a number of twists and turns fitting the screwball nature of the manga/anime. Alba quickly teams up with the demon queen herself, who is a little pink-haired girl who reveals that the whole issue was an accident.
ここまでで何か質問は？
何カップですか？
G だ。
On the 7th number, the anime name is Deadman Wonderland. It looks like it would be a normal day for Ganza Igarashi and his classmates. They were preparing to go on a class field trip to a certain prison amusement park called as the Deadman Wonderland, where the convicts performs dangerous acts for the onlookers' amusement. However, Ganza's life is quickly turned upside down when his whole class gets massacred by a mysterious man in red. Framed for the incident and sentenced to death, Ganza is sent to the very jail he was supposed to visit. But Ganza's nightmare is only just beginning. The young protagonist is thrown into the world with sadistic inmates and enigmatic powers. To live in constant fear and lethal collar placed around his neck that is slowed only by winning in prison's deadly games. Ganza must bet his life to survive in this ruthless place where it is not always easy to tell a friend from a foe, all while trying to find the mysterious red man and clearing his name in Deadman Wonderland. On the 6th number, the anime name is Sakamoto Desuga. First year high school student Sakamoto isn't just cool, he's the coolest. Almost immediately after starting school, he began attracting everyone's attention. The girls love him and most of the boys resent him. There's even a boy in the class who works as a model but who is constantly upstaged by Sakamoto. No matter what tricks the other boys tries to play on him, Sakamoto always manages to foil them with ease and grace. Though Sakamoto may seem cool and aloof, he helps others when asked. Such as in the case of the boy in his class who was getting constantly bullied. No matter what difficulties Sakamoto encounters, he moves through his high school life with confidence and class. Sakamoto is a genius who is well liked by both girls and the boys by the end of the series. Despite the strange situations he may be in, Sakamoto always manages to fix up the problem in absolute perfection while still being over the top. No superpowers involved, nothing fancy, but still one of the best animes I have ever watched. On the 5th number, the anime name is The Promised Neverland. Surrounded by a forest and a gated entrance, the Gracefield house is inhabited by the orphans happily living together as one big family, looked after by their mama Isabella. Although they are required to take tests daily, the children are free to spend their time as they see fit, usually playing outside as long as they do not venture too far from the orphanage, a rule that is expected to be followed no matter what. However, all good times must come to an end as every few months a child is adopted and sent to live with their new families, never to be heard from again. However, the three oldest siblings have their suspicions about what is actually happening at the orphanage, and they are about to discover the cruel fate that awaits the children living at the Gracefield house, including the twisted nature of their beloved mama. Utilizing their quick-wittedness, the children must work together to somehow change their predetermined fate and escape the orphanage. On the 4th number, the anime name is Devilman Crybaby. Devils cannot take form without a living host. However, if the will of an individual is strong enough, they can overcome the demons and make its powers their own, becoming a Devilman. Weak and unassuming, Akira Fudo has always had a bleeding heart. So when his childhood friend Yo Asuka asks for his help in uncovering devils, Akira accepts without hesitation. However, to Akira's surprise, the place they go is the Sabbath, an immoral party of degeneracy. Amidst bloodsheds and deaths, demons possess the partiers, turning their bodies into grotesque monsters and begin wreaking havoc. In a reckless attempt to save his best friend, Akira unwittingly merges with a devil Amon and becomes a devil man, gaining the power to defeat the remaining demons. This new partnership awakes an insatiable and primeval part of Akira. having the body of the devil but the same crybaby heart. Akira works alongside Ryo, destroying those that harm humanity and his loved ones. On the third number, the anime name is Terror in Resonance. Zankyo no Terror or Terror in Resonance opens up with two mysterious male teenagers named as 9 and 12, carrying out a heist at a nuclear fuel processing facility and ends up stealing a device that contains plutonium. 6 months later, in the sweltering heat of summer, both of them calls themselves Spinks, committing a series of terrorist attacks on Tokyo, and caught up in their schemes is a teenage girl named as Mishima. Through a series of circumstances, she willingly becomes accomplice in their plans to pull a trigger on the world. Unable to stop mass panic quickly spreading through the city and desperate for any leads into the investigation, the police struggles to act effectively against this terrorist, with Detective Kenjiro Shibazaki caught in the middle of it all. Zankyo no Terror tells the story of 9 and 12, the two boys behind the masked figures of Spinks. They should not exist, yet they stand strong in the world of deception and secrets while they make the city fall around them, all in hopes of burying their own tragic truth. On the second number, the anime is Beastars. The story takes place in a world of modern, civilized and anthropomorphic animals with a culture divide between the carnivorous and herbivorous. The series takes its name from in-universe rank of Beastar, an individual of great talent, service and notoriety. Legoshi, a large grey wolf, is a timid and quiet student at Cheriton Academy, where he lives in a dorm with several other carnivorous students, including his outgoing Labrador friend Jack. As a member of the school's drama club, Legoshi works as a strange hand and supports the actors of the club headed by the star pupil Louis, a red deer. Out of nowhere, Tim the alpaca is brutally murdered and devoured in the night, setting a wave of unease and distrust between the herbivore and carnivore students. At the same time, Legoshi has a faithful encounter with Haru, a small dwarf rabbit, and begins developing complex feelings for her.
Ago. And God knows how many kids he must have killed over the past 18 years. Satoru?
Finally, on the first number, the anime name is Erased. A young man living in Chiba who possesses an ability called as Revival that sends him back in time moments before the life-threatening incidents, enabling him to prevent it from happening again. However, when he is wrongfully accused of murdering someone close to him, Satoru is sent back to the past once again, but this time in 1988, 18 years into the past. Soon he realizes that the murders may be connected to abduction and killing one of his classmates, the solitary and mysterious Kaio Hinazuki, that took place when he was a child. This is his chance to make things right. With the mind of 29-year-old and the body of a child, he needs to find out what he must change to revoke this accusation and get back to the present. Many realistic and thought-provoking philosophical themes are offered in this anime. Hence, Erased is definitely worth your time, and that's why it is on the first number on our list. And that's for today's video, guys. That was the video about 25 short anime series that you should definitely watch. What are your thoughts about this video? Which is your favorite anime out of these 25 different animes? Let me know your thoughts, let me know your favorite anime in the comment section down below. And if you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I post daily anime content about top 10 top 5 listings, anime reviews, recommendations, news theories and all sorts of anime content on daily basis. So if you enjoyed, please subscribe, and that was it, and I will see you in the next one. Sayonara.